Alright, so I just finished watching a Serbian film. Uh, I watched it by myself. I was originally going to watch it with a friend, but some stupid bullshit happened. But I guess this is just a like impression of the movie having just watched it. I know a Serbian film, but going in, I knew a lot about it. I knew basically nothing of the story other than the basic premise that a out of work porn star gets involved in a movie and he starts to realize that it's got like pedophilia and necrophilia and overtones or involvement or whatever. Basically, just that sentence that I read like off of Wikipedia was what I knew about the movie. Other than that, I just knew that it was supposed to be like really fucked up. I didn't know how. Other than, I mean, I figured there would be like fucking dead bodies and fucking children. I mean, I didn't think that would be directly in it at first, but then how everyone's like, man, this movie's so fucked up. You know, it's just got such a notoriety about it that I started to figure, yeah, there probably was going to be some degree of that, and there is. It's not what I expected though. The movie was definitely fucked up, but it took forever to get fucked up, which was something that I was actually getting pretty disappointed in the beginning because it was a really tame movie. I mean, it starts off with the dude fucking a chick, but there was a lot of sex scenes and like dicks and tits and everything, and it really just felt like I was watching a softcore porno with a really involved story at first. I found it to be pretty boring at first, but and then when you start to actually filming the movie, like with the little girl watching him while he's getting blown, and then the chick starts biting his dick, and he has to like punch her, and I mean that started getting weird, but it just wasn't that none of that was really that fucked up. I didn't really think that it started to get fucked up till he like recollects after being drugged and everything, and this isn't supposed to make any like coherent sense really. It's just ramblings, but the movie, the whole movie, I would say is honestly pretty boring, except for like when he starts to film the movie, it gets kind of interesting. But honestly, it's all really boring until he turns down the movie. They drug him, and then he starts trying to remember what happened, and he starts seeing. He gets the tapes and sees what he did and all that. And like when he's just crazy on like the bull Viagra or whatever. I had it with the English subtitles because obviously I don't speak Serbian, and it said they gave him like bull Viagra in the subtitles, but you know whatever, they drugged him to make him like insanely horny, and he's like fucking that chick, and he starts beating her up, and he like cuts her head off. That was pretty interesting, but it wasn't really that fucked up. But I mean that was entertaining. It was really weird, and that's kind of what I started to expect. And then you know, like when he's getting raped by that weird security guard guy, and like, his reaction, I actually thought was pretty funny. But basically, it all comes to like the best scene in the movie by far, which actually might be one of my favorite scenes in a movie because I really like escape sequences. Is when he goes into the final scene of the movie they're filming, and the director's like, "Oh, a real Serbian family," and there's a little kid and a woman like face down with towels over their heads. It's obviously his family, but like he can't tell, and he had just been injected with more of the crazy bull Viagra, so it was just insane. He starts fucking his wife, and then he goes over and he starts fucking the kid, which I didn't really expect. Well, I expected it, but I sort of like when he started doing it, I couldn't believe that he was doing it just because I didn't expect the movie to do that, and I want movies to do things like that because I mean it's fiction. The little boy wasn't really getting raped, so to have some like crazy sex scene where a father fucks his little son, in some like really fucked up movie is really entertaining to me. And I mean that was just crazy, And then, the guy in the mask comes up, starts fucking his wife, and then he realizes it's his brother, and then he, like, which I didn't see that coming till right before they pulled the mask off. The way the director was making, like, the big deal, and then I started thinking, like, ooh, it's a Serbian family. I put it together, like, right before they pulled the mask off, but I really uh, the way he stops fucking his son because he realizes like the horrible thing he's doing. And also, they pull the towels off of the wife and his son so that he completely knows what's happening. And he like bashes the head's director. I mean the director's head into the ground until like it starts bleeding and like breaks his skull. And then when the two security guards are like kicking his ass, and he gets their gun and shoots them, and then he starts fighting the big guy with the glasses, and then he pulls his glasses off and he sees he's got like an eye removed. When he like started like skull fucking him, like killed him with his dick, that was just funny to me. That was pretty ridiculous. I also thought it was pretty interesting when his wife like rips out his brother's throat with her teeth. But yeah, that was all really interesting. And then of course the end, like when they all kill each other, and then the guy you saw for like a second is now filming them, and then like the guy starts getting naked. It's like start with the little boy. I didn't see that coming particularly. That was pretty fucked up, but really my consensus on the movie is it's absolutely fucked up. But I was not really ever cringing during the movie. And I'm kind of a squeamish little bitch too, and I was finding it very easy to watch everything. The only thing that I got squeamish about at all was in the scene where the chick was delivering the baby, and there's just something about that was kind of nasty to me. But then when the guy started fucking the baby, I mean that was fucked up. But again, I started kind of laughing at it. I mean, it seemed very fake, and you don't actually see him fucking the baby. So it wasn't as interesting, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just very desensitized. But I mean, I won't lie. The movie was fucked up and it was weird. But really, I just found it more entertaining than I did like, oh man, this is fucked up. I watched a few reviews on YouTube and people were like saying like it was making them nauseous, and basically everyone's just saying the same thing, that it's like so fucked up they can't believe it. But I'd say if you've seen a lot of movies and you've seen a lot of like I'd say particularly like gory or movies with like fucked up storylines or something, I don't think it's going to have nearly the effect on you that a lot of other people were saying. If you like movies, I'd say you should definitely watch it. I did enjoy watching it. Well, the first hour I was getting pretty bored, but then it really picked up in the second half of the movie. It makes up for the first half because the second half of the movie is entertaining the whole time through. I would say, as far as entertaining, the last half was really good. First half was boring. It's definitely fucked up, but I was a little disappointed, except for the scene with the big reveal scene where he escapes and everything, which I just found really entertaining. And there you go.